Welcome to the Coco Recovery Podcast.
The Coco Recovery Podcast presents the conversations of an informal group of friends gathered over coffee to discuss their current experience in recovery. The simple purpose of this podcast is to be helpful by sharing the realities of people living in recovery. The hosts and guests may or may not be practicing members of 12 step programs. The Coco Recovery Podcast is not affiliated with any organization, institution, or facility, neither endorses or opposes any causes or approaches to recovery and rehabilitation. Whatever is expressed in the podcast represents our individual experiences and opinions as of today. Welcome, 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 listeners, the two of you, wherever you are. But yes, welcome to our second season, guys, with Recovery Stories. And with us is, syempre, co-hosts,
I'm Pirate Mike.
and Barbs. And this is the Coco Recovery Podcast. Sorry, but Barbie isn't here tonight because she is currently unavailable. Anyways, tonight we have a guest. Tonight, I love this guy. I've seen him, and it's been such an inspiration seeing him just like be fabulous in recovery. And yes, this is our friend Kiko. Hi, Kiko.
Hey, Kiko.
Hi everyone. It's good to be here.
Super welcome, and thank you so much for for accepting our invitation to be one of the people we have for recovery stories for season 2. You know what? Like seriously, such a big fan of yours because like the first time I saw you, it was like parang you stood out because like you had like this light. And I was like,
Aw.
there's no way somebody is just jolly in recovery. Saw you in Tagaytay in the NA Unity Day.
yeah, I remember that.
Like, there is no way this guy is singing and is happy months in recovery. No, there is not no, I could
Oh,
not
months.
believe months. And
Months,
I was
yeah.
like,
Wow.
he sang and I was like, how is this possible? And so yes, and so we invited you here because we really want to know how did you like what is your journey like and how did you come into recovery still being this light. Oh my God.
Well, thank you for asking that question. Well, Miss Universe. Charot. Anyways, thank you for asking that wonderful question. No, honestly, I've been living my past life before I entered recovery. I was living in this really, really dark time. Um, Kwento ko na lang, sige.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
story starts with a really bad relationship. It starts with a narcissist. I was with a narcissist who wanted to mold me into something in his mind that he wanted me to be this perfect being in his mind. That every time I couldn't be that person, he would either punish me, say shit. Oh, can I say shit? Say bad things about me,
Oh, yeah.
and you know, just degrade my pagkatao. And like, parang sabi ko sa sarili ko, why did I stay so long in that relationship? Because it was 5 years? Just because
It's a long time.
sayang? Just because I was so scared of starting over again? And it was comfortable. And I settled for that comfortable feeling because I thought that was the best it was gonna get. So parang, sige laban to, I can change him. Pero what was happening was he was changing me. And slowly I was forgetting myself. I was not taking care of myself. And of course this relationship was drug driven. It was drug driven, my God.
Okay.
It started with ecstasy. Then nung nahuli yung source namin ng ecstasy, the only drug available was shabu, and we shifted to shabu. Then the shabu got worse and worse and worse. But of course, it wasn't just smoking shabu; it was slamming shabu. It's injecting.
Yeah.
So I wasn't fully addicted to shabu back then. I was a casual user. Come to the parang it was like we would use once a month, then yung once a month naging twice a week, twice a month, then every week, and we would do it because we were in an open relationship. So we would fuck around, do threesomes, orgies, and shit. So yeah. Anyways, that's not the ano naman. Pero it revolved around that. The relationship revolved around not being contented with each other. Which shabu actually makes you more uncontented with something, diba? Parang you want more and more and more. It's like this primal hunger that I felt deep inside na parang, I don't want one person lang, I want a lot, diba? So parang, it gets rid of your inhibitions eh. Tapos, of course, the relationship spiraled down to the point that we started hating each other. Things got physical. And it also came to the point na my ex raped me and I became so scared of him. Like I couldn't even touch him. And that trauma really stuck to me. So when we finally broke up, oh wait, before we broke up pala, ang style namin was when we would play with other guys, it would just be him playing with another guy, and I would just watch kasi every time I tried to participate, he would tell me na, "Diyan ka lang, panggulo ka lang."
Oh.
So parang lalo akong
Mm-mm.
I felt so little. So the moment the relationship ended, I went crazy.
Okay.
All those years of being pushed aside na parang you're just leftovers. Nagwala ako. And hence that's why that's where the addiction started to grow. I went home to my parents, I was high, and I was driven by revenge. Na parang ito na yung time ko na makabawi para sa sarili ko. It sounds good, pero the concept of my idea of bawi was wrong. Na parang, this is my time to make bawi for all the sex that was that was taken from me. So parang, I went crazy, diba? I went really, really crazy. And I wouldn't go home I was away from home for like 4 days. Because I was just telling my mom, I was in a friend's house, but I was in some sketchy motel, diba?
Okay.
Then it just kept getting worse and worse and worse until 3 months after 3 months after binging, I took a selfie of I was naked. Took a selfie. Then I looked at this selfie and I told myself, yuck.
Oh yeah? From what you
Yeah?
saw?
From what I saw on the photo. Like it was not a nude pic, ha? It was just my upper body. Pero sabi ko talaga, yuck. 3 months of using shabu
Yeah.
turned me into this thing that I really didn't like. I didn't like seeing it. So I told myself, sige, Kiko, let's rest. Di ba nagawa ko pa
Let's
mag-rest?
rest! Let's rest!
Break
Nagawa
muna.
ko pa mag-rest, guys. And when I rested, that was a 3-month rest. I was able to finally let go of the anger that I had for my ex
Okay.
and finally move on. Tapos, 2 months into my pag-stop, someone chatted me on Facebook and he was showed interest. Basta long story short, this was my partner right now. So we started chatting. After a month I told him, I don't want to see you yet. I don't want to show you yet because I'm still in the process of healing.
Okay.
Tapos parang, after, teka lang, nandito siya, naiilang ako, go away. So, basta nag-chat kami, chika-chika, tapos nag-chika-chika kami, tapos parang 1 month after that, we met.
Oh.
And parang we started dating. Tapos, here is the biggest mistake that I made in that dating. When we tried to have sex, when he touched me, I freaked out
Oh.
Oh,
because of the trauma that I remembered from when my ex raped me. It
yeah.
flooded, it rushed back in. The pain, the fear, like literally, I had my hands tied behind my back while he penetrated my lovely behind.
Hmm.
And it just goes to show how strong trauma bonds can be. Like it was, it brought me back to the exact time of when it happened. So
Yeah.
I freaked out. And syempre, adik di ba? Adik, nakaisip ng band-aid solution. Sabi ko, I have a solution for this. Let's take drugs.
Yeah.
And of course,
Oh.
Yeah.
my partner only takes ecstasy. Well, he only took ecstasy. Sabi ko, I need something stronger than that.
Huh.
Mm.
So sabi ko, ikaw mag-ika, ako magsashabu ako. So, that was a start. We promised na we would only do it together. Tapos, it was a good start na parang, sige, fine. We were finally having sex, finally connecting. Pero in reality, the more we used, the more we were drifting apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because no matter how much amount of sex we did, we weren't really making a connection.
Yeah.
It just felt empty. Parang, it's just this it's wild sex for like a few hours, few days, a few hours. Then, parang, hindi siya yung filled with love. It's
Yeah.
not that type of sex eh. It's so hard to explain it. Basta, it feels empty. That's the
Yeah.
easiest way I can explain it. And like, so we promised, di ba? We promised na we will only do it together.
Mm.
Si Adik, nakaisip ng, lumabas si partner, he went out for work. Yung shabu stash ko was on my bedside drawer. Si Adik, nakaisip na parang, what if I take konti lang?
Yeah.
Hindi naman niya malalaman. Yung parang kiliti lang. So, di ba? Ma-feel ko lang yung amat. Hindi naman niya malalaman eh. So, take ako. I took 5 cc. And it felt good. Nung time na yun, parang, sarap, shit. Uy, di ako nahalata. Tapos napansin ko, I was doing it so often na I was doing it every day.
Mm.
I was taking a shot, sneaking a shot. Kasi it became every day. Tapos yung 5cc naging 10cc, yung 10cc naging 15cc, to the point that 15cc felt like nothing anymore to me. 15cc is quarter of a gram.
Mm.
So, parang, it became a constant cycle of me, yung parang feeling a rush because I was getting away with using.
Yeah.
Tapos, it just got worse and worse and worse to the point na kami na ni partner ko, naging physical. We were killing ourselves. There was one time na he found my stash, he threw it away, and I lost it. As in, I became this horrible monster that I don't even want to remember, but it's nice to remember it today kasi it shows me how far I've gone. Pero like, you should have seen me when I found out na tinapon niya yung shabu. Nagsabi ko, puta! Pinaghirapan ko yun, tapos tinapon mo lang. It was like that. And I was like, shit!
Wow.
Tapos, so, pero the only difference was, yung partner ko ngayon, we are not in an open relationship. So everything is just between the two of us. Kaya maraming it was still pretty dark because we were killing. Para kaming UFC fighters na we were strangling each other like that just because we were
mm.
fighting. We were fighting so much, and it's so ah. Parang looking back now, parang shit. It really got that dark, di ba?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And umabot sa point na I'm just gonna fast forward the story kasi it's a lot pa eh. Pero I'll fast forward to the part na nag-rock bottom ako.
Okay.
It it just kept I kept pag nag-away kami ni partner, that's my automatic sign na kukuha na ako ng stash ko. I had stashes all over the condo. Like I had one in the kitchen, in the bedroom, in the second bedroom, in the living room para when my partner would be in the bedroom, I could easily get sa kitchen.
Mm.
Prepare a syringe, shoot up. So I had stations. Then every time we would fight, I would always find reasons to fight with him. Tapos, di ba, away kami. Pak, 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 pak. Tangin na, sige, walk out! Pero may bit-bit na siya move. Di ba?
Kala mo,
Kala mo, I would disappear for 2 days, 3 days, then go home like nothing happened. What's up? Magbati na tayo. I'm ready to be friends with you again. And it was this constant cycle of doing that. Tapos, it came to the point na he went away, like he went back to his home in QC. Tapos ako, he left me in the condo. That was 4 days. He left me alone in the condo for 4 days, and I was using in his condo for 4 days straight. Umabot sa point na I was crying na. Kasi sabi ko, masarap nga, pero worth it pa ba?
Huh.
Sabi ko, will this be my life? Yung parang away dito, away doon, tapos parang na, is it worth it? Then, boom! Siyempre, di ba, when you're high on Shabu, you are not a loyal partner. So, siyempre, I was alone in a condo for 4 days. So, I was chatting with people. And fast forward, I chatted sa isa sa mga staff ng partner ko. And sabi ko, shit, if I get away with this, parang it's gonna be Pero, sinumbong ako nung staff niya sa sister ng partner ko and sent the photos and videos that I sent him to his sister, and it spread to his family, and it spread to my family. And that's when parang I was so high, pero nakaramdam ako ng hiya. Nakaramdam, I was like, sabi ko, uy, tangina, kahit sabog ako ngayon, kahit may amats ako ngayon, napahiya ako Iba to. And that's when everything hit me. It hit me like a truck. And sabi ko talaga, umiyak talaga ako nun. Sabi ko, putang ina Kiko, what the fuck have you done?
Okay.
You just ruined your life. You ruined the good relationship. You ruined your reputation to the family of your partner. And I don't know how to fix this.
Yeah, okay.
And I was so broken. And it brought me back to, nasabi ko talaga, you just brought yourself back to your past relationship. Because I thought I was shit. I thought I was garbage. That's what my ex made me feel. And honestly, at that moment, I felt like garbage. After all the shit that I did. Feeling ko ang dumi-dumi ko. Feeling ko kadiri ako. And I was sabog. And I felt all of these feelings, which you're not supposed to. And every time I would follow up, I was crying. Sabi ko, when will this end? And I wanted to die. I wanted to die at that moment, then and there. Then, my partner, after he found out the pictures and videos, he stormed to the condo. And the moment he opened the door, I was in fetal position kasi I wanted to die. Naka-fetal position lang ako sa kama. And I was just dead inside. And in fairness to him, when he saw me, he wasn't mad. He told me na parang, okay, what can we do now? How can we fix this? Are you willing to go to a rehab? And me, parang noong una, anti-rehab ako. Sabi ko, kaya ko to na sarili ko. I can stop because I know when to stop. Eme.
Yeah.
I
Little
know when to
lies
stop,
to
pero
ourselves.
every day nagtuturok, di ba? Pero like, I finally said yes. Actually, there's this whole drama pa with my friends, pero I won't make kwento na. It's a long story. Pero, nagka-divine intervention ako before I said yes to rehab.
Mm.
Pero, it just goes to show talaga na, o sabi ni partner, I was the one who asked, I was the one who asked for help.
Invisible
I was the
guest.
one who asked, yes. He was mad, pero he was very calm. Uy, nung nakita mo ako, di ba naawa ka? Oo. Anyways, I have my own version in my head because I don't remember anything na. I was too wasted. But honestly, that's what I remember na hindi siya yung nagwala. Hindi niya sinabayan yung amats ko.
Mm.
Tapos, I finally asked for help. Sabi ko, yeah. I finally asked for help. We were in Green Hills. I don't know what we were doing there, pero I alam mo yung I was walking, then I got disoriented. And sabi ko, oh my God, where am I? What's happening? Why are we here? And sabi ko, wait, why did I feel that? Na parang, I knew exactly where we were. Tapos biglang sabi ko, where are we? Then I got a panic attack. Tapos sabi ko, oh my God, if this continues, I'm gonna die. So I said, please take me to rehab. And he was already in contact with the rehab.
Okay.
And that's how my recovery started. First thing, they put me in a psych ward. I was there for 2 weeks. Nasa penthouse ako.
Yes.
Penthouse. Kala mo maganda, pero hindi. Nasa penthouse ako ng St. Clair's. But anyways, the first few days in the psych ward, I was just crying my ass off. Na parang, tangina, walang magawa dito, walang shabu.
Wow.
And there are scary people around me. Yung parang, I was such a victim. I was such a victim when I was using. Because that's what I believed that yung parang feeling ko talaga, sobrang kawawa ko when in reality, mas maraming tao na who are going through worse things than I was. Pero I felt like I was the victim of the world.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
that's what addiction does, you know? It makes you feel like, it made me feel like, na parang, ang kawawa ko naman. Dahil kawawa ako, kailangan ko ng shabu para sumaya.
Yeah.
And that was my mindset. Kaya I kept using and using because I felt, well, I was a broken person when my addiction spiraled. I was so broken. I didn't even know who Kiko was.
Mhm.
And coming from a relationship that totally broke me, then coming into a new relationship where I felt love, genuine love for the first time in my life. Na parang, and my partner now is he's so loving, caring, and parang feeling that kind of love and that kind of care coming from a toxic relationship. Sabi ko, what the fuck is this? Sabi ko, tangina, ano to? No, I don't deserve that. I was pushing him away. Na parang, no, let's do drugs. Come on. Let's do bad things. Yun yung sanay ako eh. I was so used to the toxic life.
Naghahanap ka
Na
ng red.
parang, yeah, I was looking for a red flag. I was making him into a red, I was changing him into a red flag.
Oo.
When in reality, he's a green flag. And I was pushing that green flag away. Because I thought I didn't deserve him.
Yeah.
Because I was made to believe for 5 years na I'm so little, na I'm this piece of garbage that floats, this piece of garbage bag that floats in the wind. Parang, sige, let's go with the flow. Yung ganun, parang, then comes this guy who treats me right, who shows me what a real relationship is like. And it freaked me out. So I tried to change him and bring back the red flags. Pero hindi. I don't have to change someone. The person I had to change was me.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I told him, kasi di ba, I was clean for 3 months when we first met. I told him na I need to change myself first before I enter this relationship. Pero kasi, at the same time, na parang, if I make this guy wait, baka mainip siya while I fix myself.
Mm.
And parang nag-offer naman siya na parang, I can help you fix yourself. I can help you find yourself in this time. So parang sabi ko, sige, let's try. And I'm grateful that he was the one who helped me enter recovery.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Because honestly, without my partner now, I would probably be dead, honestly, or crazy. I was on the verge of crossing over now. Like I was hearing Beyonce while we were trying to sleep. I was hearing Beyonce sing, "You won't break my soul, you won't break my soul," and I was like, "Do you hear that? What? I don't hear anything. It's Beyonce. Oh my God, Beyonce is my Jesus Christ."
Oh, sabihin, tinatawag ka na.
Tinatawag niya ako. The
Tinatawag
Queen
na
Bee
ni
is calling me.
The Queen Bee.
And then, pero like, it came to that point. Then I entered recovery.
Huh?
That's why when I entered recovery, I was all smiles.
Oh.
Kasi sabi ko, I'm gonna put this dark past behind. I'm gonna not let my past define me anymore. And parang live the best that life could be because I threw away 10 years of my life from drugging.
Mm.
Because I thought that was fun. I thought that was cool. Na
Mm.
parang, I thought, because the gay community is very drug driven. If you're not using or drinking, you won't be part of the in group. And I
Oh,
was
yeah?
trying so hard. Yeah. And I was trying so hard to fit that
Yeah.
mold. Na parang, I want to be part of that it group.
Okay.
And sorry sa mga doktor na narinig, when I was finally able to have a conversation, when I finally had a conversation with that it group, sabi ko, ang ina, wala silang substance.
Oh, hindi ka.
Parang, ito lang yung kaya nyo ibigay sa conversation. And I love conversation. Na parang, I love having a good conversation. I don't like going to bars. I like sitting down with people, talking to people. And that's what I realized when what I lost when I was using. I lost that love for conversing because I wasn't talking to people when I was using. I would be like, yeah, oh, gusto mo yan? I was, diba?
Wala ka rin
Ganun lang.
substance.
Wala rin akong substance. Sabi ko, shit, I became one of them.
Be careful what you wish for.
Tama.
Oh.
And like, looking back, sabi ko, shit, I don't have to fit that fucking mold. I can live my life and live the best out of it. Diba?
Yeah.
I lost so much time. 10 years of using. 10 years. That's a lot of time. I lost so much time with my family. I would visit my family. We would have family reunions. I would go hi. And they would know. Na parang, oh, Kiko's not good today. And like, that's why recovery is so important to me. Because it brought back the light that I lost. Because the more drugs I used, that light became smaller and smaller and smaller to the point that I couldn't see it anymore.
Mm.
And that's
Yeah.
when I wanted to die. Na parang, I don't believe in God, but I told myself, Lord, if this is the best my life will be, just take me na. I'm tired. I don't want to live anymore. I've ruined my life. Na parang my reputation is out the window and wala na. Hindi ko na ito mababawi. So I wanted everything to end. So I kept using and using and using. Then I realized, wala palang overdose sa shabu. 4 days na, wala pa rin. Tapos sinabihin ako, uy, walang na-overdose sa shabu, nababaliw lang sila sa shabu. And I'm like, ina.
Ba't di mo sinabi?
But then, of course, it's something I can laugh at now, di ba? Parang bobo mo, Kiko. Pero, I'm so grateful that my higher power didn't give up on me, diba?
Mm. Yeah.
Yes,
No,
of course.
like it's so funny kasi I don't believe in God. I don't believe I'm agnostic, diba? But recovery taught me that a higher power can be anything.
Yeah.
So I just believe that there's this higher being out there watching out for me. Because that higher being never gave up on me. And if my higher power did not give up on me, why will I give up on myself?
Mm.
Exactly. Exactly. Ang
So I
galing.
entered recovery with a very positive outlook in life. And siguro, pambawi ko na rin sa negativity na nararamdaman ko. Because I entered recovery seeing so much darkness around me. And I just wanted to spread the joy that recovery is not bad. Some people think that recovery is parang torture na hindi na raw sila makapag-take ulit, na parang ganon, na pati alak, bawal. And I'm like, dude, that's such a small sacrifice. Look at
Yes.
the people. And when I went to Tagaytay, that's when I realized na, oh my God, pwede pala ganito. To be surrounded with people who went through the same thing that I did and see that they can still smile, radiate joy, be positive, radiate hope. And parang sabi ko, shit, I want to be like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you guys showed me that when I met you guys. Like, especially you, Mother Carbs. When I heard you share, when I heard your sharing, sabi ko, I want to be like her.
Kasi, when I, basta when I really, like I was saying, no, when I met you kasi sabi ko, bakit ganun? Bakit parang bouncing baby boy? Yung,
Bouncing baby boy.
talaga, sabi ko, napaka-baby face. Sabi ko, ilang taon na ba yan? Gumaganon ako. Sabi ko, bakit ganon? Tapos I was, because like you had no qualms about singing in front of everyone and you had that confidence in you. And then when I started, with Bobby, we became friends on Facebook and then I saw your post na you're in theater. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Theater.
Not really professional theater, but I perform with theater people.
That's amazing. Is that something you did way before pa?
Yeah, it's actually my job, but it's something I really love doing. It
And
brings me joy.
it
Thank
shows.
you.
Yeah, it does. And yung parang sabi ko, my God, but did you, I mean, not to ask, but I mean, of course I'm gonna ask, no. But then during that time, were you doing theater while you were using also? How was that
Oh
like?
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my
What was
God.
that like? I
Mother
cannot.
carbs.
Oh,
Because when you use Shibu, you don't need to vocalize anymore. Your vocal cords
alam
are
mo?
open.
Yes,
Oh,
true.
really?
Oo.
It's so open that you can hit the highest of notes. So I perform for kiddie parties.
Okay. So
This would
grabe.
this would be the themed kiddie party. And
Mm.
I would be high as fuck.
Oh.
Sabi
Tapos
nila, Kiko, ba't ang pawis mo? Sabi ko, mainit lang. Mainit yung costume. Pero
ano
yung
naman yun?
pawis, nagbibilog-bilog na dito.
Oh, okay. But then like now that you're in recovery, I mean, you're still doing it. How is I mean, is it much more of an effort for you to perform or you find it better? Because for me
That's
kasi pag
actually,
nakita ko ang galing Sabi ko, hindi. Feeling ko
I
what
mean,
my opinion nung nakita ko sabi ko, siguro nung nag-use to hindi to nagper-perform.
it's the opposite. I was performing every weekend high
Oh wow,
until the
yeah.
point that I got caught. Nahuli ako because one of the clients was a doctor. Sabi niya, nakashabu yan.
Wow.
Sinabi, sinumbong ako sa boss ko, nakashabu yung talent nyo. Pagsabihan nyo. Pero like, now that I stopped, of course, it's a lot of extra work. but it's not that much of of extra work that I don't want to do. It's just vocalization. I vocalize for 5 minutes before performance, then that's it. I would just be lazy before. Pero like, what I like more now is I'm not as praning.
Ah,
Mm.
Before kasi, especially like with my co-actors, when they say something, I'd be like, stop talking about me. When in fact, they weren't talking about me. They were just talking about someone else. Parang, why are you talking about me? You're so sama. I don't like you. Tangina. Tas, I would just, but parang, I just felt like everything was centered around me. Then I realized that parang, Kiko, you're not the center of the universe.
although we want to, diba?
We want to, syempre, we want to be stars.
For sure.
Kaya yun eh, di ba? Born stars tayo. But then yeah, we shine in recovery naman and I love it. You
Of
know?
course.
And yeah, so what's you've been clean for over a year na, di ba?
18 months.
Congrats. Hello.
Parang Barbie!
Nice, nice, nice.
Oo,
18
parang
months.
Barbie. Si Barbie din
Yes. Sabay kami ni Barbie.
Oo. So yun. Oh my gosh. See, I knew it eh. Sabi ko, nung when I first met you, sabi nila, hindi, bago lang yan. Ha? So parang ako, bago, pero baguhan din naman ako noon. I think magwa 1 year na ako noon. Pero sabi ko,
Mm.
iba, bakit hindi ako ganyan?
Siguro, all that, siguro I was just so done with the darkness. Diba?
Mm.
Time to radiate light, time to radiate hope. Pambawi ko na rin sa sarili ko na parang, ang nega-nega ko nung using ako, tangina, I was like, I was a negatron. Like, I wasn't fun to be with, basically. So this is me giving back to myself. Because
Mhm.
I know I'm a fun person. I know I'm a bubbly person. And I just want everyone around me to be happy. And this is me giving back to myself. Diba?
Oo. And
At least now I'm giving back.
yeah. No, but also that your partner now is very supportive of your recovery.
Very,
Very.
very.
Because is he, I mean, like, I see him also na parang sumasama siya pag conventions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Diba? Ang galing. Diba? Sana.
He's my rock. He's my rock. Without him, I probably would have fucked up
Aw.
already. But sure, of course, I'm an addict. So nung mga 12 months, I was kind of going through a hump. I was already scheduling my relapse.
Oh,
Parang,
yeah.
sa Friday, relapse ako. Kasi, Christmas. And parang, Christmas, marami nagsashabu. Parang, I was scheduling it na. And I was setting my mind. Then, every time, on the day, something would happen. On the first schedule, biglang may lunch kami. Sabi ko, ay, sige, reschedule tayo for next week. The second time I rescheduled it, biglang nag-work. Sabi ko, ay, ayaw talaga. And this is what I was saying earlier na parang, I have a higher power watching over me. Na parang telling me, Kiko, don't go through with it. Then the more I thought about it, the more nawala yung urge ko to use again.
Huh.
Na parang, okay, if I use, this will happen. I will lose my partner. I will lose this beautiful life that I'm living now. I'm gonna lose my dogs.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Oh.
I'm gonna lose more than I'm gonna gain. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And I'm not willing to sacrifice this life that I'm living right now. Because honestly, ang sarap na mabuhay. Like, I don't know what I did
Yeah.
to deserve this, but it feels so good to be alive, to still be alive and breathing, enjoying life. Like I was in a trip. We just came from a trip to Bangkok, and weed is legal there. Sabi ko, yeah, good thing I'm not a weeder. Pero like, see, guys, kapag gabi doon, like literally you're walking the streets, you're gonna be high already because everyone's smoking weed.
Oh, I'm sure.
Pero, yeah, like it's crazy. Pero like, sabi ko talaga, without my partner, I wouldn't be as wouldn't be the strong person I am in recovery today.
Very.
I mean, I haven't really done the steps, unfortunately, because, I'm scared.
Mm.
But I'm scared. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Honestly, I'm not ready to face it. But we're, nasa self-will ko mag-recover, so I think it's helping me naman.
Oo. To each his own, to be honest. Pero may ano ka, I mean like, syempre when you enter recovery, di ba, like people, old timers should be like, oh, kuha ka ng sponsor. Kumuha ka ng sponsor,
Yeah,
sponsor,
yeah.
Mm.
I have a
Meron.
sponsor, but we don't really talk that
Pareho tayo.
Hindi kasi binabara ako ng sponsor ko lagi. Nakikinis ako.
Ako parang professional stuff lang about service.
Professional stuff.
It's not, yung parang proper service. Kasi di ba, medyo active naman ako sa service ko. So I only talk to her really mainly about service work and stuff like that.
I see.
Pero
That's
talagang-
nice.
Pero yung pag sponsors, yung alam mo yung minsan na iniisip ko parang, wow, yung mga tao, like, they say, yeah, I call my sponsor every day. Parang ako, should I be doing that? Am I doing this wrong?
Di ba? Di ba?
No,
Ha?
but you're
Mali
not.
yata.
You're not supposed to be. It just ended up that way for whatever reason. I'll say at least in AA, but that's not the way it's supposed to be at all.
And then sabi ko, I don't message my sponsor. He's not even looking for me. Tapos sabi sa akin, you're the one supposed to message him. Ay, ganun ba?
Yun nga, di ba? Yun nga. Dapat pala, ako pala yung maghahanap. Ay, sorry.
Di ba? Sabi ko, nagtatampo ako sa kanya, hindi niya ako hinahanap. Tapos, ay, ako pala dapat magsabi.
Nagkaroon din ako ng gano'n. Sabi ko, sa akin. Hindi ba dapat siya yung mag-aano sa akin?
Di ba?
Mali. Sorry. Wrong.
Mali.
Wrong.
Very wrong, very wrong. Sorry sa sponsor ko, babawi ako sa iyo sa pag-ready na. No, because my sponsor, I know him because he works for theater also. We've met before. And he was one of the people that I was chatting nung sabog ako na parang, hey, what's up? Tapos kinukulit ko siya. Tapos apparently, he was in recovery na pala. And he was one of the people who helped reach out para makapag-recover ako. So I'm very grateful to him.
Oh, nice.
That's amazing. But you didn't know that coming in.
I didn't know.
Ah.
I only found out when I was already in rehab and he visited and sabi niya, I'm one of the people who introduced you to this rehab to get help. Because I was so concerned when you were messaging me at 4 a.m. and I knew you were high. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Aw.
Sabi ko, ba't ka gising na 4 a.m.? Ba't ka gising? Ikaw ha?
Yung mga ganyang tao, di ba? Meron akong mga ganyan pag nakikita nila ako online. Kaya pinapatay ko yung status ko sa messaging apps. Text sa akin, ba't gising ka pa? Tapos ako, diba? Ikaw, ba't gising ka pa? Diba? So, nagising ako. Hindi gising na, diba? Nagising lang ako. My God.
Tama. And it was like that in early recovery. People would judge me if I was awake at the wee hours of the night. But why are you still awake? I'm like, I
Oh,
went
yeah.
to pee.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard an old timer recently was like, because we were thinking about like a late night meeting and discussing that. He's like, that's not sober. I'm like, where the fuck does it say that? Maybe I'm a night owl if I'm awake at 2 a.m.
Pwede pang night shift ako.
Pwede ba nagtratrabaho?
No, and it's just so nice because you guys, the people that I met in recovery, in the conventions, parang sabi ko talaga, I want to be like you. Like, you guys drive me, honestly. Na to the point na it just inspires me to listen to your stories, to see your smiles, and it nakakahawa ako. And so I want to thank you guys. You guys are a big part of my recovery.
So
Thank
nice.
you.
You were a big part of my recovery
Yeah.
too.
It's so
Aw.
wonderful to see. It's so wonderful to see you so full of life. I mean, Kiko, like when you and Carbs met for the first time, how long were you already clean at that point?
I was still in rehab. I was probably 4 months.
4 months. So was there a time when, because she mentioned how bright you already shone when she first met you. So did it take any time at all for you to bounce back from feeling like a low, or like paano yun? Like, yeah, did you get hit by inspiration shortly after getting clean, or did it take,
Um, the inspiration came to me when I was locked in the psych ward.
Mm.
The first few days I was dreading it, I was hating it. Then the doctor there told me na parang, Kiko, this is your time to reflect. To finally reflect without the influence of outside people. This is the first time in your life that you're finally going to be able to think for yourself. And that struck me na parang, tangina, oo nga no, all my life, I've been asking for approval na parang, hey, can I do this? Is this okay? Parang, like, before I would do something, I would ask someone else na parang, tama ba yung gagawin ko? And in the
Mm.
psych ward, I was all alone. I was all alone. And that's why I started reflecting, thinking back on my life, the good, the bad, the shit, the trash. And it just brought me to a place of calmness.
Huh.
Na parang, the first time I got inside the psych ward, I was forcing na, kasi diba, when you're in a psych ward, you're not sure when you're gonna leave. And I was telling them, please, I need to leave before the 29th of March because that's the birthday of my partner. And I was begging them.
Hmm.
And I realized na parang, wait, it's just a birthday. It's just a date. We can always celebrate once I'm out.
Yeah.
Diba? So
Okay.
the moment I let that
Wow.
that birthday thought out, sabi ko, umalma na ako. That's when I found peace. I
Wow,
was
wow, wow, wow,
enjoying being
wow.
in the psych ward. And I was talking. I finally talked to people. Na parang, okay, why are you here? What happened to you? Let's talk. This is what happened to me. I want to know what happened to you. And I started conversing and hearing other stories of the people in the psych ward. And I started talking to the elderlies. I started talking to the nurses. And I learned how to connect again. And
Huh.
when I left the psych ward, I was so looking forward to being in a rehab because they gave me a choice to continue recovery or I won't go to rehab. And I said, sinimulan ko na to, tuloy-tuloy na natin.
Hmm.
Mm.
And from there, from St. Clair's, I rode a car. My partner surprised me. He was in the car with a bouquet of flowers. And we hugged and I left for Baguio. And that just gave me all the drive I needed. 2 weeks of not seeing him was torture, but I saw him for a brief moment and it lit up this fire inside me na parang, I'm gonna do this for him, but most importantly, I'm gonna do this for myself because this is the first time in my life that I'm gonna finally do something for myself. Because I'm a giver. I'm a giver. And for that 5 years with my ex, I realized something. When I left his condo, I only left with the things I brought in when I moved in. So sa 5 years na yun, wala akong binili para sa sarili ko.
Huh.
I gave everything to my ex. So I realized, sabi ko, shit, Kiko, you gave so much. Now is the time to give back to yourself. And honestly, that realization just drove me. Na, sabi nga nila when I got to the rehab, I would wake up, lalabas ko na kwarto ko. Ang sarap mag-recover! Gagawin ako. I would shout that every
Fucking
day.
amazing.
I would be like, let's go, let's recover. Sabi ko, kailan ako kakausapin ng side? Kailan niyo ako I was like that. I was so hungry to learn more because I wanted to be better. I wanted to give back to myself so much na parang, this is my chance. This is my chance to finally find who I am, to figure out who the fuck Kiko is.
Yeah.
And that 6 months in rehab taught me that. I was supposed to be there for 3 months lang, pero I begged for another 3 months. Because sabi ko, kulang to. If I leave the 3 months, magre-relapse ako.
Uh-uh.
And like, being in Baguio, meeting the people, learning from the people there,
Mm-mm.
going to conventions, getting inspired, listening to stories. It just showed me that no matter how dark life gets, no matter what life throws at you, it's gonna be up to me.
Mm.
Para ako lang makaka-work para maging mas mabuti yung buhay ko eh. I can't let other people dictate what my life will be.
Yeah.
That's very true.
That's
so true.
that's profound. I mean, I don't hear this kind of story a lot. Whatever something happened to you talaga, like during the, even before you got to rehab, some of the things that you shared, there was already something that was shifting. Like you got to a moment where um you're more open, I guess, to that kind of reflection, no? Because like what you said, this is the time that you have to figure out who you are.
Yeah.
I felt that too, but it used to be like an early recovery when it was like, it's more still from the victim standpoint. I don't know who the fuck I am for me. No, I'm not seeing it as an opportunity, right? I'm not seeing anything as an opportunity or a gift. I'm only seeing like the lack of things. And it takes like, well, it took me a long time to get there. So I think it's wonderful that whatever happened, whatever chain of events that caused that within you, it really seemed to benefit you so that you could start off with so much light already. It's amazing.
Diba? Grabe. I mean, ang sarap mag-recover. Ako,
Yes, that's
ikaw yung katabi kong kwarto, binato na kita. Sa totoo lang. No, because yeah, that's one thing, because like I've never heard anyone go into rehab and be like, I want this.
mm,
Because when I entered, I was like, tangi na yung lahat.
right, 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 right.
Diba? Pati yung mga counselor, mga buwisit kayo. Mga, diba? Like, what? I don't have a problem. Kayong lahat ang may problema, hindi ako. Like that. Like, that was my victim standpoint. Na parang, ano yung
Well,
pinagsamantalahan niyo yung kahinaan ko. Kaya nandito ako. Kung walang hiya kayo, mga ganon.
well, siguro the advantage I have, siguro, was that desperation and hunger for change.
Yeah.
Kasi before I asked for help, like I really told my partner, take me to rehab. Sabi ko, I don't want to die. That was the parang shift of ano eh. Because I remember telling my partner na parang, me quit Shabu? No, Shabu is a part of my life. I will
Mm.
never let it go. I was like that. That was my mindset. Na parang, I live and breathe Shabu. Tangina nyo. Bahala ko. But that moment, that instant, when I asked for help, shifted my consciousness talaga. Sabi ko,
Yeah.
if I continue doing this, it's either I'm gonna go crazy, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna be sad and alone. Basta, ang dami ko ng, I was weighing the negatives and the positives, and the negatives, hindi na uubos. Yung positives siguro mga masarap mag-sex, sexy, may abs. parang, parang isang kamay lang. Pero
Diba?
sabi ko, pero yung negative, overflowing, sabi ko, okay, if this continues, Lord, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna be miserable. I'm gonna be the person that my ex described me. And that was my worst fear.
Yeah.
Because he was spreading things na siyempre, si Kiko, adik yan, kadiri yan, chu. And I was such in a victim mindset back then that I let what he said become a reality. I fed into it.
Yeah.
I walked right straight into his trap and I made those words reality. Na parang, hindi, I'm gonna prove him wrong, tangina niya. No, the more I proved him wrong, the more I was digging myself in a hole.
Mm.
I wasn't supposed to prove him anything. We broke up na eh. I was supposed to prove myself something. But I was so busy proving him na parang, you broke up with me, sige, let's see, tangina mo, babawi ako, parang, you'll know what you lost. And parang, no, that's not the right way to think. That revenge is not the way to go. And
But I'm grateful for the things that I experienced with him, because without him, I wouldn't be the person that I am today.
Wow,
And
See?
that's why I say that the past does not define my past does not define who I am today, but I learned from my mistakes.
mm,
Exactly. That's so
Those
true.
mistakes made me who I am. So
Yeah.
who am I to push that away? The reality that I made for myself back then. Na parang, yeah, I fucked up, I fucked, and got fucked. And I'm not denying any of that, but it's made me stronger. It's made me happier to be alive, and it taught me so much more to life, diba?
yeah.
And I'm actually at this point of my recovery na parang I would sit back and reflect and parang look back na parang last year I was like doing this and that, not because I'm missing it, pero I'll be like, wow, Kiko, pat on your back, you've come so far.
Mm.
Yeah. Oo.
And it makes no
Diba?
sense, no?
Parang may memories na nagpa-pop up sa
Yeah.
minsan nga sa Facebook, parang ako, hindi ko maalala tong picture.
No, I'm actually
Parang
lucky
ako,
because
tapos,
the rehab that I went to made us change our Facebook. Thank God. My God, my old Facebook, my God, I opened it, inopen ko siya. Inopen ko yung old Facebook ko because I wanted to delete it. Pero looking at the messages that I was sending when I was high, my
oh.
God, nakakahiya, nakakahiya.
Oh.
So,
So is that a
like,
requirement in your in
what?
your in your treatment? It was a requirement for you to like, hindi naman requirement. I'm not saying
Hindi
requirement,
mo
but
requirement. It's a choice.
was,
It's your choice. Like
yeah.
I have a core group that didn't change his Facebook and Instagram and shit because my mga contact siya there na parang for work. Pero
Mm-mm.
ako, I wanted a fresh start. I wanted no. And the moment I deleted that Facebook, I felt so much joy.
Mm.
Na parang, this is it. That's the past. That's your past life. It's gone for now. You can finally start over. But don't forget about the mistakes you made because you can easily make them again. Ang dali lang ulitin eh.
Oo.
And use this as a reminder and a stepping stone for you to be better. And I always replay that in my mind. Don't don't be your old mistakes. Don't do your old mistakes. Grow from it, but don't forget it.
Yeah.
And it drives me. It drives me to be better.
Ang galing. Ang galing mo. Oh my gosh, you're so inspiring. Kasi,
Thank
no,
you.
I heard about that then. Like, parang people would, yeah, I'll shut down my social media. Like, meron akong kilala, like, parang, sabi niya, oh, kada relax ko, nag-iiba ako ng Facebook. Sabi ko, ang dami na kasi! Sabi ko, my God! Pag sinerch ko yung pangalan niya, siguro mga anim. Sabi ko, wow! Marcel! My God! Di ba? Yung mga joke na gano'n. Okay, so yeah, I thought kasi that was like, sabi ko, it does make sense that you really wanted to embrace this new life. And so, parang, since we do live in an age of social media and,
Yeah.
stuff like that, yeah, it's very fitting that, you start a new one. Diba? I
Yeah.
think that's actually kind of, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Mm.
Diba? Because like the content that you will put is all about, it's not, it doesn't, yung ganun eh, diba? Yung parang, hindi kasi, it's true because like, um, I would, I know I didn't change my Facebook and everything like that. And when these memories pop up, I'm just like, God damn it. Mga gaganon ako, pero natatawa na lang ako. Natatawa na lang ako na parang at least now I can laugh because I'm in recovery.
Yes,
Not,
that's
di
the
ba?
special thing about it. We can laugh about it now.
Laugh about
Yun
it.
eh. Oo, I can laugh about it. It's not, it doesn't weigh heavy anymore because I came to terms with it.
Exactly.
Came to terms with it and it's okay. And even though parang, sometimes I see memories of like old friends na hindi ko na masyadong friends dahil
Yeah.
nga sa mga kalokohan ko. Sabi ko, reminder na parang it doesn't have to be a bad memory. It just has to
Exactly.
be that, oh, I grew.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
I have this one memory, parang pagpapop up sa pet. Sabi ko, good time yan. It was a good time that that picture was taken. And it doesn't mean that even though the relationship soured, I have a reminder that, oh, there's something good that happened din pala.
Yeah.
Parang ganun din, di ba? Recovery made me do that. Na parang I can look back at things, even if it's like a bad thing. Sabi ko, wait lang, may magandang nangyari din doon. Kahit
Exactly.
maliit lang. And yun,
There's
that's
always
what,
like this. There's like this balance now. Na parang now that I'm in recovery, I always see the good and the bad. And like recovery taught me, because when I wasn't in recovery, I was just running away from reality, from choices, from decisions. My escape was drugs, and like now recovery really taught me na, Kiko, you can't run away forever. You gotta face shit head on, and that's how you'll grow. If you face that problem head on, that memory head on, and you can see if you can just put your foot one step, kahit maliit lang, that's progress, and and that's growth. You know, that tiny step. If you look at it, it's growth, and if you can get over that hurdle, what what other hurdles can you get over, diba?
Yeah.
It's a small problem.
galing. Grabe ka.
Such a big change in perspective. And you know, you were talking about the memories, right? Like that's the power in that. I think you mentioned also, Kiko, na you're agnostic and you're in recovery, and there's no naman requirement to subscribe to anything, no. But for me, that's the thing that inspires me and really makes me feel that there must be something more powerful than myself that's responsible for this. Is that when I think about what it was like for me when I was still actively drinking, like it makes no sense. Like there's nothing I can say that, like everything that you said about what recovery has taught you, it makes so much sense. Somebody who is not an addict or an alcoholic will be like, yeah, super obvious. But it's not obvious
Mhm.
to us. And if you
Yeah.
if I think about what my life was like then the way it is now, there's no my last drink wasn't even my worst drink, right? So it's not like, oh, this happened and it was the worst thing that ever happened, and that's when I decided to get sober. It wasn't like there wasn't a car accident, there wasn't a death, there wasn't an unknown that was sufficient enough for me to, but something did change. And now I can see it in a different way. You said that at one point you were like, I live and breathe Shabu. You can't take it away from me. I felt the same way about alcohol. Alcohol is not my fucking problem. Life is my problem. Alcohol helps me get through life because you're
Exactly.
so fucked up. You can't change my mind. You can't change my mind. Even when I was early in sobriety, I still didn't think that like I had a problem with alcohol in the sense that like I got arrested and some shit because I was drinking and I shouldn't have. But I didn't really clearly see that my life revolved around drinking in the way that it did. I didn't see that there was a problem.
Yeah.
Something that is not me had
Mhm.
to happen and intervene so that I had a moment of clarity that was sufficient enough for me to start a change. And I hear that in your story. And it, you know,
Yes.
that is like the powerful recovery message because it's mysterious talaga eh. You didn't just
It
like wake
is.
up and we didn't just wake up and get smart one day. Like something else happened that we can't explain.
Mhm.
There's this snap. It's like a snap.
Like a
Something just
snap.
lights up. If something just lights up, na parang, okay, this isn't like the moment I started questioning, is it still worth it? That was the start of the snap for me.
Right?
Yeah.
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 And
Yeah.
the more I fed into, is this worth it? Is this worth it? Is this still worth it? The more that the consciousness grew bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Nung kaya sabi ko talaga, my higher power really looked after me when I was crumbling.
Yeah.
Doon ko siya na-feel eh. So I can't really deny my higher power's existence. I just don't know who or what or anong physical form niya, but I just know that there's one out there and we all have one looking out for us, wishing
Yeah.
us the best in life. Diba?
I think so. I mean, because of your story, I kind of like so Beyonce figures into my recovery story as well. So I think maybe that's a shared higher power. She does. No, I was this was before I got sober. It was still bad, but like I was married before and you know, in my drinking I was unfaithful and I got kicked out of the house and I remember there was that song Irreplaceable. like was coming out on the radio. So I'm like, I just remember drinking in a bowling alley in California, listening to the song, somehow thinking that like liking the song was supposed to like be spiteful for my ex-wife. Like I have no idea. Don't ask me to explain, but I was like, I'm gonna sing this fucking song and play it all the time, and then it's gonna annoy her somehow because she knows I like Beyonce. You listen to the lyrics, you listen to the lyrics of that song, right? It took me siguro 6 months to realize that the to the left, like that's me. I'm the one that's getting kicked to the curb, you fucking asshole. And here I am like proudly like playing the song without any kind of like awareness that the song is about a dickhead like me.
It
all I
is.
can all I can say is Beyonce saves lives. The
Beyonce
lyric
saves
I was
lives.
hearing was "You won't break my soul." That was the lyric I was hearing over and over again. You won't break my soul. Because I was broken. I was so fucking broken, and I'm like, tell me now, Beyonce is telling me you won't break my soul, and I won't fucking fall. You know, I won't falter. Shit, I'm
Queen
better
Bee.
than this.
Queen
Queen Bee,
Bee.
help me.
Beyonce saves lives. That's
She does.
that's
That's
the
the
message
official
of this
hashtag.
episode.
That
Hashtag
is.
Beyonce saves
I'm
lives.
sorry. That is the caption of this episode.
Sige,
Beyonce
sige.
lives. We
In
got
parens,
it.
no? In
Oh my
parens.
god.
Beyonce
This
saves
is it. I'm gonna put a picture like that. You guys. It's true. I have a question for you guys, no? Because but you said nga it was like most of diba, it was drug driven yung mga actions mo and everything. But looking
Yeah.
back at that, like kasi ako nagkaroon ako ng realization recently na sabi ko parang ina napaka out of character pala ng mga ginawa ko. Kasi kung
Out of
talagang
character.
we're talking about craziness, I go, I'm still fucking crazy. Okay, there's no doubt about it. Bitch pa rin ako, ganyan-ganyan. Pero yung mga ginawa ko, sabi ko, shuck, I'm out of character nga pala. Like, it was all drugs and alcohol driven talaga na I was able to do all of those masahol things because I had the confidence thinking that I was invincible. And
Yes.
parang hindi ako magpapatalo, gago. Alam mo yung ganon? But
Yeah.
then,
Amen.
diba, it was so out of character for us. And then now that I'm in recovery, sabi ko, wow, I am still the same person. It's just a better kind.
Yes.
Better. It's just a better way of being a bitch. I know. It's just a better way of being crazy. It's I don't know how it happened. Parang sabi
Yeah.
ko, you can still have these character defects of all, but then like you're learning how to use it in a positive way, I guess. Did you ever
Yeah.
do you ever think like that? Because you're such a
Um,
positive person, and I'm thinking that parang siguro he took his character defects and be like, you know what? Let's make it, diba? Let's make it fabulous, or like let's make it an amazing character defect, and like make it
Amazing character defect.
diba? Like in the literal sense, in the literal sense, meaning na talagang it's a character. Some people might find it a character defect, but you took it to a next level, meaning to say like, no, I only use it when I know it's a positive thing.
I mean, I totally agree with you that I agree with you when you say na parang, yes, we made bad choices, bad decisions when we were using, because that wasn't me. That wasn't me. It was this facade that I was putting off na parang, look at me, I'm this confident motherfucker who doesn't give a shit about what I do. That was the mask that I was putting on na parang, I'm unbreakable. Say the shit you want, hindi ako maapektuhan. Pero tanga na deep down inside, parang, shit, aray, sakit.
Pero now you're unbreakable now, still. It's like it's a different kind of unbreakable. You know what I'm saying?
It's a different kind.
There.
But like that's what I said na parang that's why I really when people ask me because people ask me for help now, my using friends, they approach me and ask me for help. Na parang, Kiko,
Oh, wow.
how can I stop?
Yeah.
And like I just tell them, basta yung past mo, hindi ikaw yon. You are better than your decisions. You are better than your past choices. You can be better.
Oh wow.
Pero
Yeah.
I don't preach naman because, diba? when it's your time to recover, it will be your time. I don't want to be like, hindi mag-recover ka na, huwag ka mag-shabu. Yung mga ganon.
Oo.
Pero like, I totally agree kasi I've done shit because of shabu. Like, I remember telling someone this a few months ago na parang, the person who I was when I was using shabu is not the person who I really am.
Mm.
It's only because shabu gave me this confidence that made me feel na, sabi mo nga, I'm this unbreakable person.
Yeah.
But in reality, I was this fragile piece of shit who was just parang showing everyone na I'm strong, I'm independent, I don't need anybody. I'm an independent woman, bitch. But deep inside, I was broken. And like, now that Shabu is gone, and I have no option but to just face that reality na parang I have to face this now. I can't run away na parang I have to face people with Kiko, di ba? The Kiko that I found in rehab na parang, okay, I'm still crazy, but I'm a fun crazy. I'm not the bastos crazy anymore.
Yeah.
I found that right balance. Parang, sige, kaya manyakan, bastusan, sige, sabihan kita. Pero, hindi na ako yung balahura na katulad dati na parang, I was gonna say something really bad, pero wag na.
Oo,
Hindi
true.
na, control ko na. Pero, like, I can catch myself na.
Oh, di ba? Yung ganon, di ba?
Valuable yun, no? Valuable yun.
Iba yun. And like,
Yeah.
it's just parang, it's just, recovery just makes you grow so much. Na parang,
Yeah.
I just see it as such a great opportunity to grow, improve, and make bawi, di ba? Kasi, I really emphasize on making bawi on myself kasi talaga, I never really took care of myself before. And like, recovery talaga gave me so much opportunities to be so much better. Na parang, Kiko, you deserve the best in life. And you can still be the fucking crazy bitch that you are.
Yes. Yes.
Nothing has to change. You just become more authentic. Di
Yeah.
ba?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a more authentic crazy na parang you find that line where you're like, this is me. This is who I am. I don't have to go over that line. I don't have to be below. This is me. If you don't like me here, okay, I'm fine. I don't have to prove myself to you anymore. But this is Kiko. Hi. Accept it.
Yeah.
Ganon. Parang, oh, yan. That's exactly how I feel also. Kasi parang, di ba? Oo, alam ko na parang when people see me na parang, ay, taray niyan. Parang ganon. No, it's a first impression, and I know that I was very selfish. I was very, self-centered also, but then I also learned that, I had to stand up for myself.
Yeah.
Being a bitch. It's just me saying na parang, teka lang, 'di ba? Porket ganito ako, hindi ibig sabihin nun, pwede mo akong ganituhin.
Exactly.
Ganon eh. May line yun eh. May line yun na parang, yes, it can sound like a bitch, but it's a positive bitch saying that, please respect my boundaries and respect,
Amen.
'di ba? I'm not being a bitch. I'm just telling you that same way that I'm gonna respect you, you respect me. Wag mo akong takot.
Exactly.
Diba? Wag mo
And
akong
now that you've brought up this word boundary, I want to share the importance of boundaries. When I was using, I had no boundaries.
Oh, yes. Oo.
Walang-wala. And
Wala.
boundaries was one of the more difficult things that I had to learn in rehab. Na parang, sabi ko tong una, sir, why do I have to set boundaries? I can adjust naman for other people eh. I've learned to adjust, to change myself for other people. Why do I have to set this boundary for myself? Then I learned na parang setting this boundary for myself is the first step of respecting and loving myself.
Yes.
Yan.
Yeah.
Oo.
Wow.
Oo.
Parang just set this, even if it's a tiny, it started with a small boundary na parang, okay, I won't let people talk shit about me anymore. Yung ganun lang. Pero the more I set boundaries,
the more confident I became, the more stronger I felt, the more at peace I felt, na parang, sabi ko, shit, bakit ang sarap? Na parang, the thing that I was doing for other people, adjusting myself, changing myself, didn't make me feel any joy. Pero me setting up this protective boundary made me feel na parang, oh, I can take care of myself pala.
Yeah.
Yeah, ang galing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Ang galing na recovery. Kaya takot na takot akong itapon yung recovery ko eh. Pero, I mean, I'm not a saint, diba? I'm not a saint. I've tried to throw away my recovery a couple of times. Pero, I'm so glad that my higher power didn't give up on me.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's only when it's up to us naman to lean towards it, no? I mean, I think it's
Yeah.
always there with an open hand as long as we're willing to lean towards it. And
Of course.
the character defect thing, you're celebrating your life and you're celebrating recovery. I think as it's human to make mistakes. The where the character defect really hurts us naman is I think if we come from a place of like self-centered preservation. So when I'm in
Yeah.
fight, flight, no, understand me, listen to me, parang yung nagdedemanda ng like focus on me, then that's when I usually start acting in ways that end up hurting me. I didn't understand what boundaries were either when I first came in, when people talked about it. For me, boundaries, it was aggressive and it was violent.
Yeah.
That's how it's not no, it's fuck no, it's fuck you. And I didn't know na, because if I wasn't doing that, then it would be on the opposite naman. Then it would be compromising too much of myself, accommodating too much of myself. So it's all or nothing and extreme all the time. I didn't know how to just be on the level like you described.
Yeah.
And there's so much peace that we can get when we get there. And there's so much forgiveness also. Like you get to be Kiko, I get to be me, Carbs gets to be Carbs. And we don't have to apologize for that today as long as we're trying to progress in the right direction naman, that's loving and caring and a celebration of the life that we have. When it's fight, then we're always going to be fighting or running.
That is so true.
That's true.
What goes around comes back
around. Beyonce na naman!
She saves lives.
Sabi ko sa'yo, Beyonce saves lives, guys. So, subscribe. But
This was
yes,
great.
This was such a great conversation with you, Kiko. I've learned
Thank
so
you.
much. And it's such a breath of fresh air to hear your story. Because no matter how dark it was from the beginning, the way you embraced it with such light is just inspiring. And I hope that you
Thank you.
continue to do this because you don't know how many lives you've touched because you've touched mine.
And
Oh,
Here po, sabi ko, saya-saya, gusto ko mag-makeup. Magkaroon ako kasi hindi ako nagme-makeup. Kasi nga hindi ako marunong, pero ikaw sabi ko, parang bakit makeup tutorial ka? Ako yun,
meron.
on the next episode.
diba? Nakita ko kasi yun. Sabi ko, ang galing naman yan. Hindi ako marunong. But yeah, I mean, it's amazing the way that you reach people. And I hope
Oh,
that
thank you.
so. With that, thank you again for coming on.
Cheers to you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes.
Cheers with my own love.
Cheers. Thank you. Ayan.
This has been an episode of the Coco Recovery Podcast. If you would like to get in touch with our hosts or guests, please email us at cocorecoverypodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.